I'm going to teach you the systems that are responsible for me making multiple six figures a month. Number one, with managing my cold calls. I have very specific systems for how I manage my lead, the systems that I use to dial, and I'm going to go over that. Number one, I use Mojo Cells to use the triple line dialer to call my leads. I call each lead every morning off 2 different numbers, 3 different times throughout the day. So I'm calling this lead 2, 4, 6. I'm calling it 12 to 18 times in one day off a couple different numbers so that they don't know who I am. I whitelist my number. Number 2, every time I get a lead, I make sure I set up a recurring reminder that goes on my Mojo. And every morning when I wake up, I go to my Mojo calendar, I print out the leads. They go into this folder right here. And then I take them out if I'm on the go and I want to be efficient and maximize my time, and I call them. And then the third thing that I do is I will bring this around with me when I'm driving around so that there's no dead time. I maximize every single minute. And if I can't get a hold of these people, I will call them again the next day, or I'll hand them off to somebody in my team. That is how I manage my cold calling. Number 2, when it comes to social media content or content in general, I have a camera on my desk. I make it very easy for me to record. All I have to do is grab the camera, press the button, it's on. The battery's plugged into the wall, so I never have to charge anything. I make it very easy for me to do the habit. I record a bunch of raw footage of me working, doing cold calls, making follow-ups, handling objections, doing listing presentations, and then I give it to my team. And for free, they get exclusive access to see all the behind the scenes footage, and then they will timestamp what works. We put it into categorized Google Drive folders. I categorize a different folder for each week, and I assign a different person to watch each folder. And then when they timestamp and put into a Word document, we ship it off to the video editor. Video editor knows where to look. They know where the video is. They know how much to timestamp and where to timestamp. They create it to short form content. Then they send it back to my marketing team. My marketing team will dissect and analyze when the best time to post is, what day, what time, and what style of content. Then I have somebody on the marketing team who has access to my social media post that said video. And that right there saves me hours a week. At the end of the year, I buy back a month or 2 of my time because I have all these systems. When I get a real estate deal that is not close to me, or it's too small and it's not worth my time, and I don't know the person, I give it to my team. They handle it. They know the systems. They know the process. They've worked with me. They've been vetted. They've gone through my coaching, so I trust them. That's a prerequisite to even work with me, is go through my coaching. And that is how I manage my real estate. That's how I manage my content. That's how I manage my real estate deals. Let's talk about how I can manage my content. If you're just starting off and you can't afford to have this over the top, like intricate system and hire all these people like I do, this is what I would do. Number 1, all the raw footage that you're creating and you're recording, you guys can, in the middle of you having a good cold call, put your hand up to the camera as an indicator to somebody that you could hire on Fiverr for relatively cheap. And or you can download all of your raw footage and put it into Riverside or some other AI software to transcribe your call. And then you can look at the talking points and be like, oh yeah, circle, that's where I did a good call. That's where I had a good cold call. You can get 3 to 6 different short form reels from the 4 hours of calling. The little tip that I would do too is be conscious of, after you make a couple of good calls or you make a couple of good reels, change your outfit. If you're sitting down and you can only see chest up, you can keep your pants on. You don't have to change a million different times your shoes and your pants. Just change your shirt, change your top, switch it out, put on a different jacket, put on a hoodie. It doesn't matter. You want to maximize every hour of time that you're creating content. Again, example, camera guy or not. If this Saturday, when I first moved to Miami and I didn't have the luxury of being able to afford help, what I would do is I would create content. I would sit in one of my chairs in my living room. I'd set up the camera. I'd put the ring light. I'd get a haircut every Friday at 1 o'clock. I remember it vividly. 2 o'clock, 2:30, I'm in my chair to have a sip of espresso. And I would record one video, change my outfit, record another video, change my outfit, record another video, and then I would change the setting. I would sit on a different part of my house. I would go outside. I would go in my car, and I would sit in the chair. Within 2 hours, I made 15, 20 different reels. That was, back then, enough for me to get through the entire month. You guys have to be mindful of that. There's ways to do it. You just have to think, and you have to be creative, and you have to be efficient. If I have the camera guy or the camera girl and I'm going out and getting content, bring 3 changes of clothes with you, and every 3 videos change. If I'm at one house, do a video of you walking through the house. Do like not a speed tour, but walk through with a muted audio and put a trending song on top of it, and it's just you walking through the house. Make another video of you walking through and describing the finishes and the features of the house. Make another video of, these are the first time home buyer mistakes that most people make you should look out for. These are 3 issues you should look out for when doing an inspection. This is how I help my clients get to the closing table with escrow and renegotiating and whatever. So I can give an informative piece of content, educational. I can do interesting, entertaining, and show off the property. Then I can get outside in the backyard and talk about things that are happening in the city of Miami, new restaurants that are coming, new schools, new carnivals. It doesn't matter. Like, there's a lot of different ways to capture content. You have to have a system. And again, you don't have to have the end goal. You don't have to have the Nucci system in the beginning, but you have to have a system and just build from there, right? The other thing that I could do that you may be able to see or not see is on my computer, there's a Google folder and a Google Drive for every part of my business, for my real estate. And then in that folder, there's leads. And then in the separate folder, there's clients. And then in the clients folder, there's the VIP, there's the normal. Like, it started with one folder and now it's probably over 300, 500. But as you move forward, keep creating, keep improving, keep improvising your systems, and you guys will grow at a level you never thought was imaginable. This is what they will not teach you in real estate school. This is what your broker will not sit down and teach you, because some of them don't even know. And this is going to be how you go from the real secret here. If you guys want to maximize this, if you're watching this long, don't just watch one video. When you see one of my videos, go look me up, vet me, make sure that I'm real. Once you understand that I'm real and I know what the hell that I'm talking about, you pick somebody that's real and you follow all of their advice. Don't watch me and then go watch Ryan Serhant. Serhant's not going to give you the same advice, and nor is he qualified enough to. Nucci, Serhant was on TV. His media and marketing is on a whole nother level. If I was making $1 million a month, dude, please, the video and the content, the shit that I would make would be unimaginable. It wouldn't even be real. Unimaginable, sorry. So follow somebody that's relatively gone through the trial and error and is doing what you want to do, so that they can help you fast track, you can learn from their mistakes, and you can grow. Okay? I hope this video helped you guys. Again, I know it might be overwhelming in the beginning. Just start off small. Think about and step back and think about what you do to run your business. Okay, I'm a real estate agent. I cold call, I make content, I have leads. I have to, biggest things, manage your leads, make content, follow up, be efficient, be quick, figure out everything that needs to be improved on, sit down for 15 minutes and turn your phone off and improve on those things. And there you go. That is step 1 in the right direction. And as you start making money and as you get smarter and wiser and go through experience, you will figure out ways to shorten the time span to get things done. And then you'll be even faster, more efficient, and more importantly, more profitable. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. For the real sauce, follow me on Instagram. If you guys want to see more videos like this, comment, give me some video ideas. I appreciate your love and support, especially for my day one people. And anybody that's new, you're in for a treat. If you guys have any other questions, you've seen enough, you want to move forward, you want to talk with my team about possibly working with me on the real estate side and or the coaching side of the business, it's a free consultation. Click the link below. It'll ask you 3 or 5 questions. Get some information on you, and then you and my team can talk and see if it's a good fit. If not, we will at least point you in the right direction so you know what to do moving forward. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.